Hi guys, AzureAce here and welcome back to another Dragon Ball Super episode discussion where today we have episode 89 of Dragon Ball Super. It's okay, it was a bit worse than I thought it would be, but seeing the likes of, Tenshin Han, Roshi, even Chaozu coming back, got some more Universe 6 stuff. We got the new character called Yurin, who is the quote-unquote mysterious beauty of the title, and it was a very interesting episode, very kind of Dragon Ball-y episode. It was a lot of vibes coming from the original Dragon Ball. We've got some techniques from the original Dragon Ball that we see in this episode, and we've got Tenshin Han, who's a big part of the original Dragon Ball, and it's just a very good episode. Plus we got a big confirmation. We got something that was thought of in the community. It was very split, and it was, is female Broly two people or one, or is there two female Saiyans or is it only one female Saiyan? Well, that question gets answered in this episode, so please stay tuned for the answer to that. So without further ado, let's get into episode 89 of Dragon Ball Super. So before we get into the episode, I just want to say I'm going to try my best to kind of shorten these episode discussions, because I've realised that recently my episode discussions have been really long. So I'm going to try my best to shorten them. I've got a lot less notes. I'm only highlighting the big points of the episode and just trying to kind of go through the episode a lot more vaguely than what I normally do. So we'll try this out and we'll see how it goes. So as we get into the episode, Goku heads to Kami House to find Roshi. Then Oolong points him in the direction of Tenshin Han's dojo, which Roshi's at. Goku goes off. At Tenshin Han's dojo, he is teaching as part of the Tenshin Style Dojo over how to control and master Ki. Roshi's there too. We see the quote-unquote mysterious beauty, very like Chi-Chi, outside, and she's brought in by Chaozu, so he's back in this episode. Of course, Roshi notices right away because she's a girl and he is a perv. We get some of that really good old pervy Roshi comedy. The woman introduces herself as Yurin, like I previously stated, and says that she came because she heard that this training is good for beauty. Tenshin Han tells her to go away and go to a different dojo if that's what she really wants. However, Roshi says that he will quote-unquote train her. He's not really going to, so he picks her up and just casually walks away with her. Goku then arrives at the dojo and meets with Tenshin Han, and almost immediately he asks him to join the Tournament of Power Universe 17, as well as Roshi, but we see Roshi is completely perving up Yurin and just doing generally Roshi things to do. Goku says he'll leave Roshi for a bit, and Roshi ends up getting to see a bit more than what he bargained for, so he's all happy, I suppose. Yurin runs away and we finally learn her true intention. She is in fact a little evil. She pulls out some of the talismans that we saw in the previews from her pocket after seeing some of Tenshin Han's students. Tenshin Han explains to Goku that he can't leave his students for the Tournament of Power and thus cannot join the team. Then they hear banging at the door and with a guy outside saying that Tenshin Han's students are rampaging through the city. Goku instant transmissions him, Tenshin Han, Chaozu and Roshi to the city. We see Yurin on top of a building with Tenshin Han's zombified students tearing the place apart as we go to a commercial break. As we come back from the break, we get some more Universe 6 stuff with Cabba trying to recruit Caulifla. So it's not cauliflower, but I think you can say it that way. But just for the easiness, I'm going to call her Caulifla from now on. And in the words of Geekdom 101, I was a great prognosticator, as yes, Caulifla and Kale are two separate people. We see Caulifla, the kind of punk with the crazy looking hair. We also see none other than female Broly down on the bottom, who has been confirmed to be Kale thanks to some of the code diggers on Toei's website. She has a little bit of a bio that's not been put up yet, but it is in the source code on Toei's website. Cabba says if Caulifla joins the team, he'll teach her how to go Super Saiyan. I'm assuming he'll teach them both how to go Super Saiyan, seeing as how female Broly exists, and apparently, as per her bio on Toei's website, says that she goes into this berserker state after, Cabba teaches her how to go Super Saiyan, and, she turns into the female Broly, as we see her right now in the opening. But that's great stuff. Glad they're two separate people. We switch back to the city and Tenshin Han's students are still rampaging. Chaozu tries to use his telekinesis to remove the talismans, but it doesn't work. We learn that the reason why Yurin is doing this is because Tenshin Han wouldn't train her back in the day at the Crane School in the original Dragon Ball. So even throwing back all the way back to there, that's crazy. Roshi decides to go after Yurin, of course. Tenshin Han, Goku and Chaozu proceed to remove all the talismans from the students. Goku uses a light chop to the neck on one of them. Tenshin Han grapples one of them and well, Chaozu's useless forever, of course. Roshi confronts Yurin and Yurin goes for the attack. Obviously it does nothing to Roshi as he is like the ultimate martial artist master, but Yurin slips and Roshi gets to see her underwear. Obviously, you know, Roshi, the one weakness. I wouldn't be surprised if something like that happened in the tournament with like Cauliflower or Kale or someone like that. That'd be hilarious. I would love to see that. She kicks him right in the sack. Oh boy. And he passes out, and with that, Yurin is able to place a talisman on his face. Tenshin Han goes to fight Roshi, but Roshi pummels him down. He is putting up a fight. Yurin makes Roshi go into the buff mode, and we get to see a move from Tenshin Han we have not seen in a long time. A long time. We see the forearm technique. The forearm technique is a technique that we last saw be used all the way back in the original Dragon Ball in the 22nd Tenkaichi Budokai against Goku. Now that is an old technique. If you guys remember that, then kudos to you because that is a very old technique. However, this is going to annoy a lot of people, but Roshi one-shots Tien. Roshi one-shots Tien, so that's crazy. Roshi can one-shot Tien. I'm not sure, like, don't power scale Super doesn't do power scaling, but it's kind of weird seeing as Tenshin Han is kind of seemingly trained for his entire life, even since like way back in Resurrection F days. But Roshi goes to finish him off with a Kamehameha, but Goku instant transmissions in and knocks it away. Goku and Roshi then start throwing down. Goku stays base the entire time, so at least like the buff form, full power Roshi is able to keep up with base form Goku. But he flies up and starts charging a Kamehameha as Chaozu telekinetically lifts Yurin's skirt so that she is distracted as the blast hits Roshi, burning the talisman off his face. Yurin has a bit of a tantrum, but Tenshin Han says that if she's going to train anywhere, she should do it at the Tenshin Style Dojo due to her determination. Roshi and Tenshin Han agree to join the team as they now have all 10 fighters prepared for the tournament. We even get this like little kind of montage. It's like Boo, Piccolo, Tenshin Han, Android 17, Android 18, who else? Krillin, Roshi, Gohan, Vegeta, Goku. They have all these awesome looking kind of profiles and it looks amazing. However, I will say this, I'm not going to say much about this. I'm planning a video tomorrow about this. There is the possibility that there is yet one more twist in this team's tale, and that will be coming very soon, in June in fact. You may have already seen the leaks, but a certain major character is about to make his return to Dragon Ball Super yet again, as 8 hours remain until the Tournament of Power begins, as the episode ends there. But now with the episode out of the way, it's time to get into the overall thoughts of this episode. It's a very decent episode, honestly. It's a kind of maybe like a 9 out of 10 episode, but it was very good. I really liked it. It was kind of like this sort of, I wouldn't say cool down episode because quite a lot of stuff happened in this episode, but it was a sort of very smooth episode. It was very kind of cool and calm and collected. It was very Dragon Ballish, very Dragon Ballish, and it even has that kind of Shaolin monk feeling, the very calm feeling with Tenshin Han's dojos and all the Shaolin monk looking students, and I think that's really awesome. I still think it's awesome that they are possibly grabbing ideas from Dragon Ball Online from the new Crane School, and possibly, maybe in the future we'll have the new Turtle School with Krillin as well. Maybe the Kiko Kenjutsu School as well with Goten and Trunks. That'd be fantastic. But it's a very good episode, pretty good animation however. There is a bit of things that Anime AJ pointed out, so credit to him on this. There is a bit of a composition error at the point where we see Roshi kind of facing off against Yurin. There's a bit of a composition error where it looks like Yurin and Roshi are standing on a flat surface, whereas they're standing on the roof of like a triangular shaped building, like the roof of it. So that was a bit of a composition error that Anime AJ pointed out. I did kind of notice it during the episode, but I kind of passed it off as just my eyes playing tricks on me. But yeah, there is a bit of a problem there. But otherwise, very nice kind of art direction for the episode. I quite like it. But the Cabba stuff, the fact that we're getting the Cabba stuff after not having any of that ever since the Universe 6 arc, when we really wanted to see a little like flashback or backstory of Planet Sadala or something like that, I think it's really good, because this might be Planet Sadala we're in. We're not too sure about that. So it's going to be very interesting. I hope we're going to get to see some stuff of Cabba trying to teach Caulifla how to go Super Saiyan, and Kale how to go Super Saiyan, and how Kale is going to turn into this berserker as she lets her stress out and, you know, turns into this absolute monster of a Super Saiyan. Maybe she's going to completely take it out on Cabba and just utterly destroy him. It's going to be crazy. But that's all really for this episode. There's nothing more I can talk about, I think. Now that I think about it, there's not really much left other than Tenshin Han's in, Roshi's in, and an 11th member that's going to be coming in to possibly replace someone in episode 93. I'm sure you guys, if you follow the likes of Geekdom, Rhyme Style, Frozen Particle, Geek List, all these guys, I'm sure you've seen these spoilers by now, but a very, very big character's coming back, and it's coming back very soon, less than a month away till this guy comes back. And he's going to be replacing someone who is getting shafted. I am going to mention that. I am not happy about that. I'm not happy about the person that's getting removed and replaced by this character. But I'm going to leave that for the video tomorrow. So, if you guys like this video, please leave a like and a comment in the comment section below. Are you happy with the 10 fighters we have for this team? And are you excited to see that Caulifla and Cabba and Kale are all going to be training to go Super Saiyan? Or at least Kale and Caulifla are anyway. Share this amongst your friends. I've been AzureAce, and thank you for coming to the video.
You have arrived. I'm here to tell you that if you don't subscribe to AzureAce for Dragon Ball, Kingdom Hearts, and Pokemon TCG content, you will wander forever in the darkness of your heart.